All right, welterweight division, Armenia meets Brazil. As two of the highest-ranked fighters in the UFC meet in an ultra-important bout. Karo Parisyan, Thiago Alves looking to move up the UFC welterweight ladder. In the crowded welterweight division, Thiago Alves and Karo Parisyan have broken away from the pack as elite 170-pound fighters. But only one will move a step closer to a title shot tonight.
My main priority right now is to beat Thiago Alves. I'm going to go after him every second of the fight. Elbow him, kick him, punch him, submit him, whatever I can to beat him.
And I want to fight the best guys in the world. That's what I'm here for. Karo's one of the best. I'm going to take him out.
Thiago Alves is an exciting striker with a tenacious style. Winner of 4 fights in a row, including an exciting victory over Chris Lytle at UFC 78, the Pitbull knows that a win over Karo Parisyan is what he needs to validate his quest for a world title shot.
He never fought a good striker before. I'm stronger than him, and I'm a better striker. I'm going to knock him out, and I'm going to get a knockout of the night.
With a record of 26-4, it's hard to believe that Karo Parisyan is only 25 years old. But as the heat approaches his prime, the world-class judo black belt is fighting with a sense of urgency as he gets closer and closer to his dream of fighting for the UFC welterweight title.
And all I see is a tunnel and Thiago Alves. I'm going to clinch with him and squeeze him so hard I want to break his ribs and take him down. I have a lot of respect for Thiago and his camp, but I'm not going to climb in the cage and try to take his head off.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight matchup, the Armenian, Karo Parisyan, 25 years old. The Brazilian, Thiago Alves, 24 years old, 5'10", 5'9", Parisyan with a slight reach advantage. This is a very pivotal fight in both of these men's UFC careers. For the official introductions, once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 19 wins with 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Thiago Pitbull Alves. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 26 wins with 4 losses. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds, fighting out of North Hollywood, California, Karo the Heat Parisyan. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Steve Mazzagatti.
Steve Mazzagatti. Beautiful Ariani, Edith here tonight, Broomfield Event Center, suburban Denver, Colorado. Here we go, big welterweight matchup. Gotta watch the leg kicks, Joe, of Thiago Alves.
All of his strikes. His hands are deadly, his leg kicks. Karo knows about this, though, and looking for him to be very cautious. He's got the clinch. That's what Karo wanted. He's got the clinch and double underhooks. That's huge. And he's got the takedown.
Karo is about control.
Thiago has been submitted before. He was submitted by Spencer Fisher in his octagon debut. And Karo Parisyan is gorilla strong on the ground. Huge judo background, nationally ranked competitor, was in fact training to compete in the Olympics for judo, and now is a full-time mixed martial arts fighter. Nice scramble by Thiago, but he gets the mount. Good job there of avoiding the mount. Gets to half guard. And he's going to try to use the cage to stand up. He's got an underhook on the left side, which will help him stand up. And now he's up. Very nice. That's big. That's what Thiago wants. But as soon as, when Karo's got a hold of your body, if he can clinch his hands together, you're in danger of going for a ride.
Trying to utilize those judo skills again.
Oh, nice. You know, one thing to note is that Thiago has been training with Roddy Ferguson, four-time U.S. Olympic judo champion, and he's been training Thiago on how to avoid the throws, and I'm sure that's going to help him substantially.
Joe, Thiago on a 4-fight win streak. Alessio de Souza, Hironaka, and most recently he defeated Chris Lytle at UFC 78 in Newark, New Jersey.
And man, would I love to see a rematch of that fight. Phenomenal fight. Chris Lytle got cut, and they stopped the fight, but man, what a war that was.
Karo Parisyan, remember, was set for a title shot a number of years ago, and then he was injured, and it's avoided him since that point. Diego Sanchez beat him, and Karo just desperately wants to win, and then get another chance, which would be his first chance at truly fighting for the title.
Thiago has not uncorked any of his famous leg kicks. So far, he's just standing in front of Karo. And
any reason why he has not?
He's probably just trying to avoid the takedown. He was taken down once, and he didn't like it. A lot of energy it took him to get to his feet. Thiago is one of those guys who cuts a tremendous amount of weight to make 170, over 20 pounds. You know, he often walks around at well over 190, and, you know, at altitude, that could play a big part in his stamina. There's one leg kick, and again, that's what he's worried about. Karo grabs it immediately.
And Karo is definitely, as you said, looking to time the opportunity to take Thiago Alves down if he does throw the leg kick.
Yeah, he got his leg back in that position, but, you know, he was left with a little bit of a warning. Karo's ready for it, and he grabs it.
Now Karo with the right foot forward.
And Karo's stand-up has improved dramatically over the last few years. We really saw it in the Berkman fight especially, and Berkman's a very solid striker.
Karo's really switching his stance up frequently, Joe, which may be somewhat of a defensive move against the big leg kicks of Thiago Alves.
Absolutely, to avoid that left leg kick, or excuse me, the kick to the left leg, the lead leg.
Parisian, decorated judo practitioner.
He's got the clinch again.
Olympic judo qualifier.
Thiago's taking some deep breaths here. And again, you know, this altitude has got to be playing a factor in everyone's strategy. There's just no way you can train. I mean, he lives and trains most of the time in Florida. And he's been up here for a couple of weeks. But there's just such a huge difference in Florida, which is at sea level. And here, you know, we're a mile high.
Same story for North Hollywood's Karo Parisyan. 8-1 there, avoided the head kick though. Parisian now pushing forward.
Thiago seems to me a little bit tentative on his feet, and that's surprising.
Parisian with a little smile says, "Let's go, kid." Karo the Heat Parisian, Thiago the Pitbull Alves. Huge matchup on this, a very historical night. Alves hasn't found his range, has he, Joe?
Not yet. You know, I think that takedown by Karo right away, and also feeling the strength of Karo. I mean,
Superman touch. Yeah.
You know, Karo doesn't look like a particularly strong guy, but he's been doing judo his whole life, and his grappling strength is incredible. I've personally rolled with him, and the guy's strong like a chimpanzee.
Oh, sweeps a foot. 10 seconds remains in round one.
Good round for Karo Parisyan.
No big leg kicks scored by Alves yet. Joe, you talked about it. 5,412 feet above sea level, Broomfield, Colorado. Strenuous exercise should be avoided, unless, of course, you're a mixed martial artist.
Yeah, how weird is to see that sign right before you go into a cage fight? Nice kick by Karo.
As I said, a lot of fighters came early.
Karo is doing a lot of switching up. I like that.
Inside leg kick by Thiago Alves. A little more aggressive start here in round two.
Oh, good knee. Oh, Karo's hurt
in trouble. And it is all over.
Wow.
Thiago Alves finishes Karo Parisyan.
Karo's very upset. Very upset. He feels like that was a premature stoppage. And you know what? I might have to agree with him. I got to look at that again, but he looks fine. He's not wobbly at all. Let's look at it again. Here's the plum. He got caught with a knee. He's definitely hurt here. Takes a couple punches. I don't know. You know what? You got to go with the referee's call. He's right on top of him. He can see his eyes. But for sure, he crumpled there. He's in deep trouble. He's got his arm up, but referee Steve Mazzagatti has to err on the side of caution.
we return with the official decision, which will go the way of the Pitbull, Thiago Alves, when we come back. This is UFC Fight Night. Welcome back to the Broomfield Event Center, UFC Fight Night. Karo Parisyan is going to get tagged with the knee. And Thiago Alves looks for the finish. Mazzagatti steps in. The fight is over. Now, Parisyan said it was a bit premature. But as Joe mentioned before, you must err on the side of caution. And if a fighter cannot intelligently defend himself, then his night comes to conclusion. With the official decision, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 34 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Thiago Pitbull Alves.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Thiago Alves. Dramatic finish, Thiago. Now, Karo was a little bit upset at the stoppage. You don't feel that it was premature in any way?
Not at all. I mean, he was out, but he knows best. I mean, I think the referee here in UFC, they do a great job, so I'm never going against them, so whatever, I won.
Take a look at the replay and talk us through this. You caught him with a big, big knee.
Yeah, I mean, I give him a slow first round, he dropped his head, I caught him with the left knee, and he was out. I just kept punching. I think the referee did good.
Always exciting and always improving. Thiago Pitbull Alves, ladies and gentlemen.
5 straight wins for Thiago Pitbull Alves, utilizing the knee and finishing Karo Parisyan here in the second round.